Rev up your engines. Today I'm going to tell you why you'd be an idiot to buy this BMW convertible new. Yes, it's a beautiful looking car, especially with the top down, nice performance. But when this car was new, it cost $58,000. Well, guess what? He bought it for $36,000 and it only had 14,000 miles on it because it was a lease car. Now to me, that makes sense. Even though everybody knows what I think about a lot of BMWs, how they become endless money pits as they age. Let's face it, 14,000 miles is nothing, and this is the convertible M series. Now, unfortunately, this version is now being made in Mexico, so I wouldn't advise buying it at all. Used new, I wouldn't care. BMWs have notoriously low resale values. Look what he bought it for. Get the same car used for a lot less because BMW resale value is always low because they have the rightfully gained image of being endless money pits. 24,000 miles himself, just changes the oil on it. The only thing that he really didn't like about the car was it came with those Pirelli run flat tires. He didn't like the way they rode, so he's put normal tires on it now. Says it rides, handles a lot better, and it's a lot quieter too. So let's look under the hood and see what this thing has. Remember, it's an early model. Beautiful blue paint job. Off the stupid beauty cover and put it over there. What do we got? A BMW inline 6, known for torque, power, long life, with a single turbo on it. Transmissions that are made in these, they're a dream to buy. You really don't need a standard transmission. Although it's got a shifter, you can shift it yourself if you want. Now, truthfully, you can't shift as good as the car itself does. You can play whatever setup you want, speed, economy, but you can't outbeat the machine. I tried at drag race places, quarter miles, put it in a sport mode, drive it. You can't get faster quarter mile times than this thing can when it's in its computerized mode for speed. Hey, people aren't as fast shifting as computers are. They can do, what, 1 billion calculations a second or something? You know, we're lucky if we can do one. Hey, who owns this? He likes to drive motorcycles too, and he calls this his wintertime motorcycle. Because you're out of your mind if on the East Coast you drive in the winter and the ice and the snow, you'll kill yourself. And you can see, even though this is a northern car, do you see any rust? No. The Germans know how to rust-proof cars now. Completely beautiful inside. He drives it in the winter here. That's how we got a 5-year-old BMW. All he does is change the oil. He did change the tires because he didn't like them and they were wearing anyways, but those run flat tires are crap. I don't know why people even bother with them, but we're gonna hook up the fancy computer and see what's happening inside, and you'll get also an insight into how complex these things are. Now, ultra comfortable seats, I gotta say that. Look, it's even got support here. It's like an easy chair. We'll get the remote here and we'll just turn the idiot lights on. It's already detected what it is. It already read the VIN. It's that fast. Knows that it's the M240X drive, USA. Well, it's reading stuff. Beautiful black and chrome trim. I mean, it's set up. And you got a nice incorporated screen. It's not like those Toyotas where they're big and boxy and take up a lot of space. It fits more in with the car. You can see it's integrated. It's not like the Toyota, which is more or less an afterthought of a giant screen they just stuck in there. Now, being a pretty new BMW, we can go through all the can topology. So here we go. It's going to go through the whole car. And while we're at it, look, your media stuff, you can use your right hand and it clicks and you push it. I like this because the last thing on earth you really want is to be messing with the touch screen while you're driving down the road. You learn where these are, you can just push them and you can see what's happening up there. You don't need to be reaching while you're supposed to be driving. All right, that was fast. It went through them all. Now it's got 8 trouble codes, but don't start freaking out because BMWs are so sensitive. Let's see, some of these things are probably going to be extremely bizarro, meaningless, strange German codes, so let's see what they are. The central gateway module, which BMW calls ZGM. Let's see what those codes are. Okay, here's the intermittent code. ZGM, synchronization process for flex ray failed. This means it was not possible to start the flex-ray bus communication. And the condition means the supply voltage, the designations of terminal status. According to the vehicle electrical system, it was not possible to start the flex-ray bus within 1 minute. No function of the affected bus user. Possible solution: disconnect and reconnect the battery. It's still got the original battery. Odds are the battery's low. So we're just going to erase that code for now. Go on to further gonzo codes here. The all-around view camera. Now this makes sense. It says output open circuit or not connected. That's because it doesn't have an all-around view camera. It's only got a backup camera, and that works fine. I'm telling you, the Germans are insane. They should have known that it didn't have a all-around camera, so it wouldn't have said there's a problem with it, because it doesn't exist. I guess there's a problem with it because it doesn't have one. And here we go with another code. Convertible soft top module. And he says it works fine. And it says the convertible top module, functional limitation, tailgate open. Convertible top, functional limitation, convertible top compartment roof, floor not lowered. He said it was working perfectly fine, but if it sees that it's not open or closed at the exact second, it'll trip these stupid codes. I've worked on older ones when they broke, and it will make your head spin. I've had them where behind the seats, when they were 4 doors, there was a headrest, and modules were in there. And when you beat the headrest, then it would start to work again. Well, this is too new. It doesn't need that yet, but maybe it will one day. Rear electric module. That might be the same thing, really. Rear module, CAN body 2 communication fault. Well, we'll erase that too. Everything's working. The top goes up and down. There's 3 more sections. ComBox emergency call. He's never used the emergency call system. TCB. Functional limitation of last state call. Well, he never made a call. Let's see what this one is. Siren and tilt sensor. Says that intermittently the alarm has activated itself. Well, one time he forgot he had the top down, he had it locked, he reached inside and the alarm went off. So this is how complex these things are. You need a guy like me to erase the code like I just did. Otherwise, these cars are like elephants. They remember everything. Here's the last one, the integrated chassis management. Let's see what that crazy one is. You can see it's super fast. ICM, direction of travel cannot be determined. Well, I guess he knew when he was going forwards and when he was going backwards, but the car got confused. Now, this might have had to done with the old tires. He's had new tires put on. So, I mean, we'll erase that too. Well, so much for the crazy codes. Now we're gonna start her up, and we're going to look at some serious data. Now we'll start going through the data. Obviously, the trouble codes are a bunch of nonsense. Everything to do with how the car runs. Battery voltage is good. It's charging the system. Variable valve timing system's working good. Throttle system's working. There's all kinds of information. The Valvetronic system is active and working. There's no codes, no bad data. Remember, red would be bad data. Even shows you the fuel rail pressure. And of course, there's 0 misfires. There's nothing going wrong with it. So let's take it for a spin. You think you're an idiot. They're warning you. The engine compartment is hot. And look, I love it. A real emergency brake. It isn't one of those crappy electronic junkers. It's an actual one. It's got a nice backup camera. It doesn't have the 360 degree. You can get it, but this one didn't come with the 360. I really like the 360s. They're kind of handy. And we're gonna drive it in automatic, but you can put it in sport mode. We might as well do that. You can turn the traction control off. You can do all kinds of stuff, and you can shift it yourself, but these computers, they do a pretty good shifting. This is a relatively low car for zooming around, so the giant hump that keeps water from flooding my house will go rather slowly over it. There we go. Now here we come to bumpy Rhode Island roads. Nobody there? There's nobody there. Here we go. Whee! Wahoo! Now you know why people buy these cars. They are a scream to drive. It's a 6-cylinder engine that's good enough by itself, but when you stick a turbo on it, whee! And that 8-speed transmission is a dream. That's why people buy these cars. Now, as the owner said, why would anybody want more horsepower? He says it goes 0 to 130 in almost no time at all. Why would you need more than this engine with a single turbo? I guess because people are insane and they always want more speed and power. But this thing, believe you me, for any serious driver who wants to have fun, you don't need anything more than this. But, like I say, you're an idiot if you buy one of these things new. 14,000 miles, you save tons. Nothing falls apart that fast. But realize, as I said early in the video, this was one that was made in Germany. What I see now, they're making these things in Mexico, and I would not touch a Mexican BMW. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.